Hey there, we're live here at the Big O 2016. I'm Phil Dirt.
And I'm Chloroform Cupcake. We're
Oh,
excited to be here.
oh yeah, this is going to be arch rival versus the Rat City Rollergirls, St. Louis versus Seattle. I'm thrilled as punch myself.
I'm shaking in my boots if I
Well,
were wearing boots.
I have tennis shoes on today, but so it should be a great game. Rat City coming off a game with Texas yesterday where they didn't win, but they definitely performed better than expected. Came in hard. They did have some problems. Kyla Gaska got ejected for an intentional low block. What do we know about the arch rival coming into this game?
Well, our arch rival is ranked ninth. They're coming in pretty hot. They do have one of our upsets early on in the tournament. Yesterday, arch rival coming in playing with, if you missed it, we'll just give you some scores here. One of our upsets, not with Arch, but Bay Area versus Victoria, 324 to 35 was a big one. Helsinki with Rocky Mountain, 269 to
We'll get there. Hold
96.
on. Technical difficulties on the announcer side, not on the Big O side.
Yeah, my bad. But arch rival, we did have a lot of talk about Bricktator coming in for the opposite team. Wow.
Yeah, she came in really hot yesterday against Terminal. They played great against Terminal yesterday morning. Real quick, let's run through the rosters for both of these girls, the teams. It's early in the day. The beer garden has not opened yet. I believe it's just opening right now.
Yes.
Rat City Roller Girls All-Stars, number 0, Energizer Bunny. Lacey Ramon, 1400, Shock Therapy, 243, Genevieve Moore, 31, Chantilly Cream, 321, Kayla Gaska, 4, Atsuki Dicey, 462, Cinnamon Slam, 49, Cassie Beck, 5, Xenum, 90, CC, 911, Luna Negra, and 94, Holly Bots.
And Bricktator is the jammer for Arch as lead.
Luna Negra, the jammer for Rat City, and we'll get you Arch Rivals roster right about now.
Right about now. Bricktator calling off the jam. For Arch Rival Roller Girls, it's 00 Party Foul. 1057 Shira Powers, 1138 Chublaka, 121 Smarty McFly, 14 Psycho Kid D Freakout, 1900 Cloak and Drag Her, 23 Pegasus, 24 Cupquake. I like that name.
That's a nice one.
299 Shimmy Hoffa, 33 Jamheiser Bush, 48 Bricktator, 6080 Salty, 64 Molotov, 68 Swanson, 75 Harmony Killer Brews, and 810 K Woodward. So, jam is underway, according to a clock, but
now
I believe we do have an official timeout, and it's back live. Rat City lining up.
Slight official timeout there where the scoreboard hadn't reported the points, so now Arch Rival with the 4-0 lead to start off. Kyla Gaska out there to jam for Rat City, but picking up the cutting the track, so the first power jam goes to Arch Rival. That is Swanson as the jammer, who does pick up lead, but now Lacey Ramon and Beck trying to stop her, but can't.
Fancy putting in the first penalty for Rat City.
Holly Botts stuck behind the 4 wall for Arch Rival. Astrid Tsukidaisi driven to a knee.
Pack just stalling just around turn 1.
Kyla Gaska now out of the penalty box, able to pop free, but that's going to be her initial pass.
Swanson calls it off. Smart.
Yeah, no points going to get picked up for Rat City. Still off the board, 13-0. Yeah, Rat City coming in ranked 13th right now. So performed a little bit better than expected against Texas yesterday. Still did lose that match, but it was a very good, hard-fought game. And losing Kyler Gaska late in the first period, tough pill to swallow as always.
All right, jam is underway. Both teams at full strength.
Harmony Killebrews jamming for arch rival, gets recycled out there against Genevieve Moore for Rat City. Rat City in white, arch rival in black. Energizer, Bunny, Holly, Bots, and Beck at the front.
They have to let her go. Pack is here.
Pack is a very well-defined 20 feet. Genevieve Moore recycled again. Great bridge work there done by Smarty McFly. And a nice hit by Smarty McFly as Genevieve Moore tries to get through.
Both teams showing a lot of patience right now. Unlike my technical difficulties trying to get through a little bit of a computer trouble, but these teams are showing a little bit more of a calmness. Maybe it's one of their strategies for the week right now because they're doing a really good job at this.
Not a lot of history between Rat City and arch rival, so I think a bit of following each other out, figuring out what each weakness is. Right now we got a couple of tri-forces and some good bridging going on. CC at the front for Rat City as you're watching Harmony Killebrews trying to get through that fry wall in the front. The Triforce, the campfire.
They need to pull a Gandalf or something to fire through that Triforce of evil right there. Both teams just being held back. And that's a full jam of just defense.
4 points, though, were picked up as Harmony Killebrews had made it through the pack and was on a scoring pass. So another 4-0 run for arch rival as time expires. But a very defensive battle early on. I'd like to thank S1 Helmets. S1 makes the best helmet and pads for roller derby. And that's all we have to say about that.
Safety first. Hashtag safety first.
Bricktator out there for arch rival. This time she'll be against Xena for Rat City. Bricktator gets knocked down, but a forearm called on Holly Bots as 1900 cloak and dragger going off the box. Now Bricktator's going to pick up lead jammer. Xena, though, hot on her heels out of the pack, but that's where somebody dropped the butter sandwich and she goes down.
Yeah, according to Flat Track stats right now, everybody's expecting arch rival to win. Right now the score, Arch 17, Rat City 0. We're at 24 minutes in the game so far. Possible prediction.
6 minutes, really, but 24 minutes left in the first period. Plenty of time left. It's a 20-point lead for arch rival. But Rat City yet to get on the scoreboard. Only one lead jammer so far, and then, or no lead jammer. The only one jammer getting out of the pack first, but that was due to a cut track. So a power jam handed out. Luna Negra out there against Swanson. Forearm called on Party Foul. She'll go off to the penalty box. And Luna Negra now a lead jam for Rat City. Great hit by Energizer Bunny on Swanson as Luna Negra comes back through the pack and just loses her balance. Hadn't actually touched anyone, just a little,
Just a little too much speed.
Yeah.
A little too raff right there.
And so 5 points for Luna Negra as she comes into the pack. And
Oh, she's going to pick up a penalty now for
she
a
does
forearm.
pick up a forearm?
Yes.
Okay, sure, we'll go with that. But 5 points on the board plus whichever she's picked up. And now Swanson on a power jam for Arch Rival.
You know, I'm excited to see Luna Negra because when she warms up, she's going to get feisty.
Oh, she is one of the just most fun at Cherry City's WFTDA Westerns or whatever regional a couple of years ago. She did win the MVP and had just an amazing tournament as Swanson clears the pack right now. That's her initial pass. So Luna Negra out of the penalty box. She'll come back cycling around.
Slight pack advantage for Rat City.
Yeah, Luna Negra just entertaining to watch and also one of the nicest people you could ever meet.
Did you see her take on Freight Train yesterday?
Yes.
That was my favorite point of that game.
Her and Freight Train, just very different styles, but it both incredibly fun to watch. And that's what you're going to see from Luna Negra. Just side-to-side movement, just such insane speed. Another 4 points. Also 5 points picked up by Swanson on that, so a big scoring jam. Rat City finally on the board, 13, Arch Rival 26.
Just under 22 minutes left in the first half. You know what? Maybe Rat City just needs a little bit of a warm-up period because they do put on a show.
Kind of a second half team. Yeah.
Yes.
It's been coming together. A lot of new faces in Rat City this season. A couple of transfers from Jet City. Some people coming from different parts of the country. A couple of players that have come up from junior that were with us last season but are just coming into the All-Star program.
Yes.
Right now, though, you got Harmony Killebrews picking up lead jammer for Arch. Excuse me, Arch Rival. Got to say, watch their game yesterday. Looking fantastic.
Still very strong.
Harmony Killebrews just amazing on one skate all the way around, and just great to see. Picking up all 5 points there, and a helmet pass for Cece now wearing the star. Harmony Killebrews, though, just so smart, calling that one off. Cece comes into the pack hot, does pick up a point, but also a back block, so she's going to go, and there's going to be a power jam. So bad decisions on Rat City's part and great smart play for Arch Rival. So Arch Rival going to be the benefactor of that, coming off with a power jam to start this next jam and a 31-14 lead.
I think Arch Rival's strategy right now is just patience, waiting for Rat City to maybe make a couple mistakes, and then they're capitalizing on it. Rat City just needs time to warm up, and then they'll probably put on a show just like now.
Holly Bots Energizer Bunny at the front of the pack, but they can't stop her for long. 15 seconds in, already picking up lead jammer for the Bricktator.
Bots with amazing blocking work. Oh, we're going to have a nice Grand Slam courtesy of Arch and Bricktator.
Yeah, 4-3 pack advantage out there. Kyla Gaska, though, coming out of the penalty box along with Cece. Disgusting strategy as they skate up. We'll see if it works. No. It doesn't appear to, as another back block call on Cece as she runs into the back of the pack.
Just a little too hot, even coming into the penalty box. Bricktator is just doing work right now. Another 5 points for Arch Rival.
Just another brick in the, I'm sorry. Bricktator making it through and making it look easy. Just goes around the outside. Energizer Bunny doesn't want to pick up the 20-foot penalty. And Bricktator going to call that up as she sees Cece stand up in the penalty box. So to get the other power start and to make sure that Cece now has to jam in the third straight jam.
You know, if you get that song in your head, just blame Phil. Hashtag blame Phil.
It's true.
Speaking of hashtags, if you have a pet or cat, dog, we'd love to see it on the media, social media.
Yeah, hashtag Big O Cats, hashtag Big O Dogs.
We'd love to see your furry ones watching this amazing weekend.
So Cupquake jamming out there for Arch Rivals for the power start. Cece out there jamming for Rat City. Now going to hand the star over to Lacey Ramon. Lacey Ramon gets out of the pack first, but as the pivot, not going to earn lead jammer, of course.
Yeah, and luckily, Cupquake Caesar calls it off. Just trying to play some smart derby right now for Arch Rival.
Arch Rival doing a great job on that. Looking over Cupquake, as soon as she got out, looked over to the bench. They're like, yeah, go ahead and call it. She looks over, makes sure everything's going on. And a timeout called by Rat City, kind of regroup as it's 51-14, 12 and a half minutes in. Rat City trying to figure out what's going wrong for themselves.
Maybe even trying to ice Arch Rival.
Yeah,
Either way, they did need the timeout. This is a good point for a timeout.
Yeah, this timeout brought to you by Flat Mat Roller Derby. You can get 16% off this weekend online with the code BIG016. FlatMatRollerDerby.com. Do yoga and be even more badass with Flat Mat Yoga, created for skaters by skaters. FlatMatRollerDerby.com. Right, thank you for joining us here. The Big O 2016. So far, amazing tournament. Some pretty big upsets. Some great derby, though. All kinds of men's derby, juniors derby, women's derby, derby. It's only day 2, so I haven't quite got to Derby Derp yet, aside from my just general derp.
Derby Derp. It could happen to you.
It probably has.
You know, our biggest movers and shakers, Helsinki up 29.2 points now on the ranking system. Yesterday, the closest bout, we had Victoria taking on Texas by 16 points. What an exciting game.
And there goes, speaking of exciting, Luna Negra picking lead jammer in a hurry. She's out there against Swanson. Swanson also out of the pack. Luna Negra shoved out of bounds by a great block by Shira. And Luna Negra going to pick up 3 points, call off the jam.
Nice assist work by Smarty McFly. Arch Rival's blockers seem to really have an eye right now, showing their patience as well.
I've been very impressed with their blocking strategy and style. They do the campfire, one of these days we're going to come up with a great term for that. Everybody's going to use it.
As long as we don't call it the web, you know.
The intraweb, perhaps, because I've heard that's a series of tubes. 16:24 left. Right now we got Peoples and stuff. Kyla Gaska out there jamming, and she's out there against Harmony Killabrews.
You know, Kyla Gaska is playing a little bit smarter, I want to say. Just more patient.
She's trying to play a little more reserved.
Yes.
She's had penalty trouble in the past. She's trying to bury those demons behind her. Last year in Champs, she's a very entertaining player to watch. She plays big and she plays fun. 4 points. I'm sure leading into this, you've all seen the meme of her hits from Champs last year. There's a great hit by Lacey Ramon on Harmony Killabrews. Kyla Gaska on her toe stops with a spinorama and a back block. Okay.
Yeah, interesting call.
Not sure I agree with it, but I'm not a referee, so I'm going to sit up here and
talk the talk. Kyla Gaska not happy at all.
Not happy with that call.
CC getting to the front of the pack, trying to control it for Seattle.
Another great hit by Lacey Ramon, the veteran.
This jam will go the full 2 minutes, 22 seconds left.
2008, Rat City went all the way to Champs to lose to the Kansas City Warriors. Lacey Ramon, the only player still from that team on the Rat City All-Stars.
Chublaka trying to break up the pack a little bit. Kyla Gaska breaking into the pack.
Did manage to back block and knock down Lacey Ramon, but you can do that to your own teammates.
Yes.
And there's another 4 points for Rat City and 5 points for Arch Rival.
Well, good on her for not giving up and just getting back into the pack.
I talked to her after the game yesterday, and she was a little disappointed, a little disheartened, but she's also getting back into it and trying to not let that keep her down.
Yes.
So
Genevieve Moore on the line for Rat City.
out there against Bricktator. Bricktator's so good. For instance.
Like right now.
Yeah, toking that inside line and just making it look. Got a skating style that almost looks effortless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she's working her tail off, but it just looks effortless. Comes in and gets knocked down by Holly Botts and Astrid Suki-Dicey, but calls it off from her knees, going to take 2 points and increase the lead 62-25.
If you're on the Twitters, find us at ECRG or ECRG_ the big O. We're bringing you live tweets and Facebook coverage throughout the event, so check those out.
And of course, hashtag cats and hashtag dogs. Do it, do it, do it.
Do it.
Xena out there now against Cupquake. A cutting the track on Xena, and arch rival will have the power jam. Cupquake, though, recycled to the back of the pack, trying to make it around Holly Botts. Holly Botts rides her all the way to the inside line from the outside. Cupquake, though, such a smart player, able to tell when she's gone just a little bit out of bounds. Oh, Cassie Beck.
They're asking for a cut, but she
Nope. They did get a cut. Cassie Beck had gone out of bounds, but I believe two of her own teammates had not. So that's where I believe the cut came from. Of course, our angle on that cut not as good as the referees.
Well, this will give Rat City some time, I think. Yes.
Forearm called there on Woodward.
Rat City not able to capitalize on their power jam situation. But Xena's finally through.
Cupquake, though, coming out of the penalty box. Fortunately, hopefully does not lose the star, starting to slip back on her head.
Oh no, she's gonna pick up a cut track penalty.
Xena getting the X. She'll go back to the box. And a power jam again for arch rival.
Rat City is not happy with these calls right now. You can see in their face a little bit of confusion. They need to start cleaning it up.
Cassie Beck got the call, and you could see her yanking her arm away from someone in the center of the pack. And now, here comes the coach, Vito Ramon, coming out to talk to the head ref.
Yes.
Official review being asked for on this one by Vito Ramon, member of the Outcast, who just had a very big game against Denver.
Oh, that was fantastic.
And you can see the tape on his shoulder.
Battle wounds.
Now, of course, with a game against arch rivals' brother team last night, and Gatekeepers just coming away with a massive win. I'd like to thank RollerCon. Make sure you head to RollerCon this year. 8 tracks, 70 coaches, 160 challenges, 24 bouts, uncountable seminars, social events and vendors, plus 1 uterus-shaped 24-hour pool, derby-shaped summer camp every July, and more tequila than you can shake a stick at. One of those parts I added myself, and I bet you can guess which part.
The uterus one.
Nope.
No. I'll keep trying.
Yeah. So we'll find out what the challenge or the review was. Excuse me, they're not challenging. They're asking them to go back and just take a look at something, and maybe they saw it in a different light.
Yeah, speaking of the MRDA, the Puget Sound taking on ground control, 346-90.
Ooh. Yeah, very big win for the Outcast this morning. pretty good compared to the loss they had last night. And there is a deep history of dislike now between Outcast and the Gatekeepers, and you could definitely see it in the game yesterday. Look forward to the tournament coming up, the sibling rivalry where both of the St. Louis teams and both of the Seattle teams will be playing. Here we have the review.
Official review, Red City, contending that the punting call on their jammer should be rescinded. After discussion, the referees observed that White Flag did touch out of bounds and return inbounds in a superior position illegally. The punting call will stand, and Red City will not retain a review for the period. Thank you.
Ouch.
And there you go, and the boo birds are raining down from the afternoon.
Game on.
We go back to playing, and Xena will start in the penalty box looking on. Swanson takes on the jam line for arch rival.
We're at 11 penalties for Rat City. Arch rival only at 7. So maybe Rat City can just come in and just take it down. Oh.
Energizer Bunny drawing the cut. And congratulations all around on the track for Rat City. High five, and as Xena freed from the penalty box.
She does have the opportunity to get lead.
Yeah, can still earn lead since she started in the box. Hopefully she'll be able, for her sake, dancing around and does pick up lead. Some complaints out there for arch rival that there was some cutting, but, or I'm not sure entirely what the complaints
Everybody's
were.
a ref, you know.
It's true. Never been guilty of that myself, except for the times I was.
Yeah. So both teams at full strength right now. Lots of action just pausing at turn 3.
So Swanson still needs to get through on her initial pass. Xena just knocked to the inside, so she'll get recycled as the pack slows to a dead crawl.
Back block from Lacey Ramon.
Xena tries to battle through the quagmire. Cece there to greet Swanson, but Swanson able to shake that off.
Swanson now in a scoring position. Luckily, Xena calls it off for Rat City. She picks up 1.
She does manage to pick up 1. Xena picks up 5, so a net gain of 4 for Rat City on that jam. We got 9 minutes remaining, 33 to 63. Arch with the lead. Arch just changing their name from Arch Rival Rollergirls to Arch Rival Roller Derby. So changing their shortening of it to Arch. I had to ask somebody yesterday, what does the H stand for? And they said, don't be stupid. And I said, I can't help it. Luna Negra out there to jam against Harmony Killabrews.
Oh, welcome Luna Negra back to the track. She's your lead jammer for Rat City.
Harmony Killabrews losing the hat, but just flipping over at the front of the track, getting through.
Nice star stash.
Absolutely, she's so much fun to watch. Luna Negra gonna keep going. Holly Botts can't stop Harmony Killabrews though.
Interesting that Xena allowed the track to keep playing, basically.
I think they were hoping, they had a pretty good defensive lineup out there trying to get the additional points because they know they're in a hole, try and get some big play, but I don't know that Harmony Killabrews is the right person, so as she's 22 points on the night. But Luna Negra, the right jammer to have out there for Rat City on that with 24 points on the night, leading all jammers for Rat City. Also not against Bricktator, who's out there right now, who leads everyone for Arch with 30.
Bricktator, the Michael Jordan of Arch Rival, is your lead jammer. Genevieve Moore finally through the pack. Bricktator coming in hot.
And Lacey Ramon gonna get the low block.
She She took a little bit of a low hit to the ankle from a teammate. Slow getting up.
Lacey Ramon not actually arguing that call, just getting, I think, a little clarification as she goes off to the box, and Bricktator calls that off. So after the whistle, also I believe Lacey Ramon wearing the C, so able to talk to the refs. As someone who used to ref Lacey Ramon, she doesn't argue with the refs the way she used to. So
Progress.
Progress. Very good progress. Cupquake out there jamming for our arch rival.
Kayla Gaska for Rat City. Arch rival starting to lose some players to the penalty box.
Cloak and Dragger on her way out there. Kyla Gaska now picking up lead jammer. Cupquake gets driven out of bounds by Cassie Beck, but gets back around. Cece gets one last lick in for good measure.
Excellent job by Beck with that nice assist, allowing Kayla Gaska to get through and call it quits.
The longtime Denver skater transferred to Rat City a year and a half ago, or ish. So 69-45, just under 6 minutes left in the first half.
Momentum shifting a little bit to Rat City now. Arch maybe getting a little bit tired, but still only the first half. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock.
And starting to see penalties settle down, well, right now for Rat City. Luna Negra out there to jam again against Swanson. And Luna Negra finds a giant open lane to the inside. Arch rival, though, goes right back to offense. Great work on pack awareness on where they needed to be. But they couldn't get to Luna Negra in time. She finds the lane on the outside open. 5 more points.
Rat City trying to close that gap in points, and the defense on Rat City right now, they're just holding back Swanson so hard.
Smarty McFly doing a good job holding back Lena this time.
And we see Luna Negra just taking her time, trying to be patient. You know, she's got the lead. Take the time, try not to get a penalty. It's hard. It's hard.
She was looking at the what are you pointing at? Oh, you're pointing at me because I'm lead. Okay. Just double checking. Doesn't want to get the extra one. And Luna Negra came back in. The pack had collapsed to the outside, so she found a giant lane through the center. Going to pick up 5 points.
Taking the expressway.
Swanson comes through the pack backwards, just cutting C's into the floor. And Luna Negra going to call off that jam after she gets hit to the center, picking up another 4. Big jam for Luna Negra.
Shutting down Swanson. No points scored.
And the Rat City fans are going nuts here. A lot of people drove down from Seattle. 69-59 now on the scoreboard.
Wow. They definitely came back and closed that gap on the points. Only 10 points separating these two teams.
So Arch going to throw out Harmony Killebrews. Always a good choice if you need some momentum change. Xena out there for Rat City. Oh, beautiful hip check, but as Lacey Ramones went out of bounds, Harmony Killebrews had free reign. Xena gets taken down by a hip check. I believe that was from Shira Powers. And a hop, skip, and a jump will earn you 5 powers as Harmony Killebrews starts pulling Arch back away, and momentum starts shifting him back for Arch rival.
Lacey Ramon is one heck of a blocker, just opening opportunities up for Xena, but the defense right now for Arch rival is just on point.
Yeah, they're doing some work against Xena. Xena trying to work her way through that scrum on the outside. Can't do it again. Shira Powers with the hip check to the outside.
Jimmy Hoffa, Cloak and Dragger, and Woodward just doing work right now.
And working well. Rat City's defense has now shut down Harmony Killebrews, but she's on a scoring pass, has already picked up 5. She gets knocked out of bounds. Believed it was a bit of a forearm.
It's fun when they know the ref's hand signals.
Oh, yeah. Clockwise block on Shira Powers this time. So one less for Xena, but Harmony Killebrews through with another 5-point pass, 10 points so far as arch rival starts getting some distance. And this time the crowd and Holly Botts telling her keep going to Xena as she got knocked to the inside, but a no pass, no penalty. Free passage through the wasteland.
Unfortunately, Xena just could not pick up some points this last pass. Rat City sitting at 59. Arch extends their lead to 79. We're at 1:30 in this first half.
So a 10-point jam there for arch rival. And an official review coming. This one going to be for arch rival. I've got a feeling, and this is pure conjecture and guess, because there's 1:26 left. You get the one review that goes automatically away at the end. They're probably going to ask about that no pass, no penalty on Xena. And honestly, folks, from where we're sitting, it's on the opposite end of the track, so we didn't have a terribly good view on it. I don't have an opinion on it. Because I'd have an opinion on it if I was over there.
You know, if Xena just did her normal call, I think things would just get turned up.
It's true. Well, she'd also be running along the crowd, and that'd be kind of weird and painful for a lot of people.
Just rage all over the track. Wow, what a good bout, though, so far.
Absolutely, 79-59. Hope you folks are having good. We'd like to thank Left Turn Clothing, uniforms that move with you. That is Left Turn Clothing. Yeah, great work. So we'll find out what the review is. I could be entirely wrong. It's happened before. It's happened a lot. And I'm sure several people are going, yeah, you're damn right. You've been wrong a lot. Thank you. Thank you for your help at home. I appreciate it.
Thanks, internets.
I love all of you, too, and I wish I could take you all out to lunch. You can take one word out of that sentence. But really, 1:26 left, 79-59. Rat City coming back pretty hard here as arch rival had opened up a pretty big lead. Arch rival, though, no slouch. Very smart team. And here we go with news of what's going on.
Official review, arch rival, asking that Black 810's low blocking penalty be removed. The referees observed that Black 810 used the point of her knee, initiating a block, causing a skater to fall, and thus drawing a low blocking penalty. The penalty will stand, and arch rival will not retain the review for the period. Thank you.
No, thank you with that explanation.
That actually is about as clear of an explanation as you can get. So.
Absolutely.
So Brick-Tater out there against Kyla Gaska, the skater formerly known as Miss America. And she takes the inside line lead jammer, but Brick-Tater hot on her heels, about 20-30 feet behind, both of them coming in with speed.
Brick-Tater just one to watch. She's asking for points and see if she picks any up. No. Oh, one.
Did pick up 1 point. Kyla Gaska didn't get any, but Rat City was at the back of the pack. Vito Ramon coming in saying, nah.
What's up with that?
But.
Hey, if you're just
That's
turning.
not actually how he talks.
I'm just going to mention it that way anyway. 36 seconds left in the first half. Arch at 80. Rat City sitting at 59. And the lead jammer position is awarded to Woodward. I'm sorry, Swanson of Arch rival. Luna Negra is jamming for Rat City.
Yeah, just got held up a little bit though. So good defensive work between Energizer Bunny and Beck, and they share a high five. So if we get a timeout, we'll get another jam. Otherwise, we'll go into halftime, and we will not. They'll go to halftime. Right now, it's 81 Arch rival, 59 for Rat City. But I gotta say, Rat City determined. Their penalties went down. So that was, I
Yes.
think, the big thing that was keeping them back in the beginning half of this first period. Arch rival, though, real workmanlike first half.
Yes.
A few things that stood out. They got the 1-2 punch of Brick Tater and Harmony Killer Brews. 33 for Brick Tater, 32 for Harmony Killer Brews, while Luna Negra, 38 points. Kayla Gasca with 12 points, but not a lot else sticking to the wall for Rat City as far as scorers go.
You know, I have to point out that Luna Negra only at 1 penalty and Kayla Gasca at 3. So their 1-2 punch is not too bad on penalties considering their last few games of the weekend.
Exactly. So we're going to let you guys relax, go to the fridge, watch some stuff, and buy some things. We'll talk to you here in a few minutes.
See you soon.
Skaters, lost your mouth guard? Hit this. Time for an upgrade? Hit this. New to Derby and not sure where to start? Hit this. We are Derby owned and operated with 6 years of experience. Hit This Derby Gear can hook you up with skates, gear, and honest advice based on your skating style and individual needs. Visit us at our store in Salem, Oregon, or online at www.hitthisderbygear.com. Whether you are a new or veteran skater, before you hit the track, hit this.
Hi folks, Scald Eagle here. Have you had a chance to take a look at the new Bonk Quadstar skate? The boots are ultra lightweight with no break-in period and are great for skaters with skinnier ankles. They also have a 100% Australian full-grain leather outer and a completely heat-moldable hand-laid fiberglass base. Get that premium performance without the premium price tag. Boom. Come over to the Bonk booth right now and check out this rad new skate.
At Roller Derby Athletics, we take the guesswork out of off-skate training so you can focus on being fierce. We help you transform your game without a lot of time or equipment. With 5 training programs plus all-star memberships, there's an option to suit every athlete. And we train skaters worldwide with high-quality video instruction and online support. At Roller Derby Athletics, we empower you to be safe, strong, and unstoppable. Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program. Roller Derby Athletics takes the guesswork out of off-skate training, helping you become safe, strong, and unstoppable. Here's what skaters from around the world are saying.
Lots of great advice and things that helped me after I broke my ankle and had
I've
a
lost
shoulder
90
sprain.
pounds and discovered my A
Love,
game. Love that site and the
Rehab has
workouts.
been amazing. It's really worth the investment in her
Booty Quake
programs.
rocks. You won't regret the investment.
Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program and transform your game with Roller Derby Athletics.
Hey, this is Dan from S1 Helmets. We're in the testing lab today testing helmets to see if they pass the Multiple Impact Certification Test. We're going to be testing 3 helmets today. There's a soft foam helmet with EVA foam and a terry cloth liner. There's a hockey helmet with triple density EVA foam. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS Fusion foam. All 3 of these helmets are marketed as multiple impact helmets. We're going to test all of them today and see which ones actually pass the test. The multiple impact test is when we drop a helmet to achieve a velocity of 4.57 meters per second. This simulates a 10-mile-an-hour impact or a 4-foot drop. The same helmet is tested 3 times in the same location. The helmet must reduce the energy pulse to under 300 Gs each time. Anything over 300 Gs can result in a traumatic brain injury or a severe concussion. In summary, the soft foam helmet with EVA foam and the hockey helmet with triple density foam did not pass the multiple impact test. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS Fusion foam did pass the multiple impact test.
A lot of very impressive people in roller derby.
This was definitely a proud moment for me, wearing the black, white, and red.
I care about this thing more than I care about any other article of clothing in my wardrobe.
This represents to me like 7 years of blood, sweat, and tears.
Glitter is fun and hardcore. I've learned that it's hardcore.
My uniform is always in pristine condition.
My truck is purple, my shoes are purple, my underwear are purple.
It takes a lot of drive and a lot of passion to keep going in roller derby.
Sometimes when you play roller derby, you're just kind of like, why am I doing this? This is so weird.
I just can't imagine that I'd get more kicks like playing golf than I do hitting a you know? Feels good.
My name is Rachel Rotten.
My name is Midge Wilhelm.
I'm Fifi Nomenon.
I'm Jackie Daniels.
My name's Steph Maney.
Hi, I'm Scald Eagle.
And S1.
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 And S1 is part of my uniform.
A clear path through the pack almost never exists. So we fight and make our own.
The Arius Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
I love teamwork when it comes naturally, and it's almost like your teammate is an extension of your own body. That anticipation, where you've worked cerebrally through strategy and skills, and suddenly you're out there in a game and it all comes naturally because you know each other. I love that.
So when I first went into Fast Girl Skates, it was like being a kid in a candy
I skate
shop.
on the Antic AR1 boot with Crazy Venus plates and add-on B-Rod wheels.
As I've grown as a skater, Fast Girl has also helped my skates to grow with me.
What's your favorite thing that you got at the store?
Probably my gear. I'm Double Megs, and I'm a Fast Girl.
I'm Vex Factor, and I'm a Fast Girl.
I'm a Celtic Peanut, and I'm a Fast Girl.
I'm Afro Jamra, and I'm a Fast Girl.
You can be a Fast Girl, too.
Skaters, lost your mouth guard? Hit this. Time for an upgrade? Hit this. New to Derby and not sure where to start? Hit this. We are Derby owned and operated with 6 years of experience. Hit This Derby Gear can hook you up with skates, gear, and honest advice based on your skating style and individual needs. Visit us at our store in Salem, Oregon, or online at www.hitthisderbygear.com. Whether you are a new or veteran skater, before you hit the track, hit this.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Arch Arrival versus Rat City Rollergirls. Arch Arrival with the lead, 81-59. Story right now for the first half. Arch Arrival coming out with a big lead. Rat City getting back within 10 points. About 5 minutes left, and then Arch Arrival improving their lead again. But a lot of back and forth. A lot of momentum swings, really. I'm Phil Dirt.
I'm Chloroform Cupcake.
And we'll be describing the action to you here as we go along. But welcome back to the Big O 2016. Got a lot more Derby for you here the rest of the weekend. We're only on day 2. And right now we got Luna Negra out there against Bricktator.
Bricktator finding the front of the pack.
Cassie Beck just misses with that hit, and Bricktator doing what she does so well, lead jammer yet again. Luna Negra not having any luck getting through the just stifling defense. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. Finally getting out of that quagmire and through the pack. Bricktator, though, already on a scoring pass, so she's going to pick up all 5 points and call off the jam.
Yeah, good call, literally. Hey, if you're just joining us, we were talking about the story about Rat City, arch rival. Primarily the problem was penalty driven in the beginning of the first half. They ended the half with Rat City with 19 penalties. Arch rival ended up getting more penalty sources later part of the half. They're sitting at 15. So now it's kind of even as far as physicality and penalties.
And so far in the second half, no penalties at all. So
let's see if the announcer curse works. No penalties have been scored yet.
Genevieve Moore out to jam, and Swanson jamming, picking up lead jammer. Genevieve Moore knocked to the inside, goes outside, now trying the center, trying to break that, and makes it out of the pack. But Swanson at the back already on a scoring pass.
Good defense by Lacey Ramon.
Swanson picking up, thinking she got 1 point, actually picking up 2.
Nice.
I've always thought refs should be able to have the option going, okay, you only want 1, we'll give you. No, I'm kidding. Then people would be, damn it, Muffin.
Arch rival sporting a nice new jersey this season. Very distracting for those who like to look at the uniforms and point at all the new shiny objects.
Gaska finding the hole in the center. Lead jammer out there against Harmony Killebrews. Killebrews trying to get around Holly Botts and does with a spinorama at the front.
Cece getting a cut truck penalty.
Gaska gonna get a back block call. She's gonna just calmly skate off to the penalty box, slightly shaking her head. And a power jam for our arch rival, and 5 more points go up on the board for Harmony Killebrews.
This is Cece and Kayla's 4th penalty of the game. Pack now settling in a straightaway. Killebrews is through with a grand slam.
Cece rejoining the back of the pack, trying not to get stuck back there, but great blocking by Holly Botts.
Both teams at full strength now. Kayla Gaska's finally through the pack.
Out of play declared at the front, so Gaska through with another 4 points. Harmony Killebrews trying to call off the jam, and Cece takes full advantage of her distraction of not being the lead jammer to flatten her on the outside. Gaska making it through, picking up 5-point grand slam, 68-98. Arch rival up by 30.
Gaska doing really well under pressure.
Except for that back block call.
Target zones are weird.
And that's going to be her 5th penalty of the game here early in the second. And another 3 points picked up as 2 minutes expires. Arch rival now up at 106-68 for Rat City. Like to thank Notorious RED. Notorious Gear Deodorant by Notorious RED. Smell clean even if you play dirty. And
I like that.
And I do.
Hey, right now live we have a track 2, Texas versus Angel City. Track 3 will have a 2 p.m. game. Emerald City is taking on Windy City, so tune in for that if you can.
We got a power jam to start this with the Brictator as Astrid Suchi Dicey going to the penalty box and Brictator picking up lead jammer. Smarty McFly going off to the penalty box. 3-on-3 in the pack.
Attempted apex jump, unsuccessful.
Blocked off by Lacey Ramon, put a shoulder into her just as she was taking flight. Kayla Gaska gonna get back on the track. Manages to avoid the track cut and now clears. And Brictator is going to see that happen and call off the jam before she can get any points up. But Brictator does get the full 5. So Arch Rival now 111, Rat City 68. Also have a few games that will not be shown through WFTDA.tv. You'll have to switch over to ESPN3 to watch those. So we'll make sure you turn over there, unless you're out of country, in which case you can see those through the Emerald City Roller Derby's website. If you are in Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Swaziland. Swanson out there jamming, picking up lead jammer out there against Luna Negra. Swanson just avoiding that hit. Lacey Ramon asking questions about a skating out of bounds to Acid Barrett. Acid Barrett talking it over with Muffin and Throbbing Whistle.
They're thinking about it.
They're talking about it. I'm glad to see. It's always good to see your ref crew actually talking. And Muffin says, nope, 4 points. So 4 more points for Arch Rival. Art 115-68.
Yeah, our ESPN games
69,
today
excuse me.
is Victorian versus Rose at 4 p.m. and Texas versus Angel City at 6 p.m. on ESPN3.
Those should be great games. Carly Killenroos taking a lead jammer out there against Xena. And this second half so far has been all Arch Rival. Rat City now at 68 again. Unsure why the point changes back and forth between 69 and 68 so far. We'll try and get to the bottom of that and find out why for you.
Well, this is a green city. We're trying to conserve energy here. It could just be point conservation as well. We don't know. We will get back to you on that. Our rival pulls up to 119. Rat City still sitting at 68. 22 minutes, 26 seconds left in this game. We have Genevieve Moore lining up for Rat City. Trying to take a look.
Cupquake out there.
Yes, Cupquake for Arch Rival.
Little offensive blocking by Lacey Ramon.
Red City starting to get used to the whistle, pausing to see if that was their penalty. Slows down Genevieve Moore for just a moment. Lacey Ramon is amazing. I want that blocker on my team forever.
And that's why she's on Team USA. Lead jammer for Genevieve Moore. Or at least was last year. I have not seen the rosters. I don't know. We'll find out here at the end of the Big O.
Monday is team tryouts.
And, well, of course, we'll have the Team USA versus the MVPs Sunday night to finish off the tournament. Genevieve Moore fighting her way. And she says, I've fought enough. I can fight no more forever. 4 more points. Actually, fight no more for this jam. Not really forever. I paraphrase. And I get it wrong a lot. 4 more points for Rat City. 72. Arch Rival 119.
Arch Rival is starting to stall a little bit now, I think, with momentum. But Rat City is not actually picking up that momentum. So they were kind of seeing a little bit more physicality.
I saw a little ping-ponging in the first half, but this second half so far, Arch Rival pretty much running away with it to start off. Rat City tried to take it back, but as you were saying, not really much. And now Bricktator back on the line and picking up lead yet again, as she is wont to do.
Luna Negra picking up a cut track penalty. Not happy about that one. This will be her second trip to the box.
And 5 more points for Bricktator. Bricktator, just such an amazing skater, so much fun to watch. She comes weaving back in. Energizer Bunny, Astrid Susie, excuse me, that's Cassie Beck. Can't stop her. And Bricktator through for another 5 points. Now just 1 point below Harmony Killebrews.
Nice.
That's going to put her in first place for the bout at 58.
Bricktator taking a nice little tumble in the straightaway, but just pops right pick up. Oh, fancy footwork to the outside. She picks up another 4 points.
Luna Negra out of the pack, able to get free, but not the lead jammer. Bricktator owns that position and will call it before Luna Negra can get back to the pack. So no more points to finish that. So a 19-point jam for Bricktator on that. Arch rival momentum meter fully swung in the direction of the team in black.
18 minutes, 50 seconds left in this game. Just, again, a little bit of slowness going into the second half here. Plenty of time to make up ground for Red City. Whether they do or not, though, we'll find out.
Entirely different story. Swanson out there, no slouch herself, 22 points so far on the night. She's out there against Kayla Gasca. A couple of nice checks trying to get out, knocked to the inside, but muscles their way through. But Swanson picking up lead jammer, getting around Energizer Bunny. Gasca also out of the pack, but a third of the lap behind.
Suchi Dicey getting a forearm penalty, heads to the penalty box.
And she'll take 2, close the door behind her.
Bricktator at 62 points now.
We'd like to thank Fast Girl Skate, the world's first brick and mortar roller derby store. If you can't make it to the beautiful Wallingford neighborhood in North Seattle, you can also find them at fastgirlskates.com.
Genevieve Moore on the line for Rat City, facing off Harmony Killebrews. Killebrews at 54 points already in this game.
Good truck and trailer with Cassie Beck and Lacey Ramon. Now just Cassie Beck, Lacey Ramon, Cassie Beck, and Harmony Killebrews finally drags her out 20 feet. Cassie Beck's got to get back to not get that failure to rejoin. Oh, great work by arch rival. They saw it come off. Ramon about to grab it, and in comes Salty to break up that play.
That was fantastic. The star pass attempted on Rat City, but Salty was like, no way, no how.
Smarty McFly tried to break it up that time, but just couldn't get there in time. If only she had a DeLorean.
If only.
Geez, Doc.
Where did she put her flux capacitor? I mean, there's only so much room for safety and pads and wrist guards and whatnot.
So 145.72, arch rival with a big lead, 16 minutes, 25 seconds. I'd like to thank the Eugene Cascades and Coast Sports Commission, helpful in getting the Big O off the ground every year, do a lot of support for Emerald City Roller Derby. Thanks again, Eugene and Cascade Sports Commission. Luna Negra out there again against Bricktator.
Luna Negra just showing some fancy footwork. Can she break to the inside? Oh no, she can't without getting a penalty. Forearm assessed to Luna Negra. And now arch rivals getting their millionth power jam situation.
A bajillion power jams on the night. And Bricktator with her sky-high 62 points already, getting held up by Cece. Out of play at front and lead jammer again for the Bricktator. Captain of this arch rival rollers team.
Kylie Botts sitting in the penalty box as well for Rat City. Brick Tater just like breezing by, saying hello to our fans, and picking up another 5 points.
Yeah, putting a breeze on the rest of the track. Yeah, Holly Botts looking on from the sin bin, the former Port Scandalous roller derby player.
Ooh. Almost staying in bounds is Brick Tater, but defense from Rat City.
And a nice, a not nice cutting the track by Luna Negra.
This is unfortunate for Rat City since, you know, Rat City can put on a really good show. Unfortunately, penalties just driving down their momentum. Arch Rival just taking advantage of it. Brick Tater going to call it off.
Brick Tater didn't want to have to get recycled that far back. We, of course, are a very green event and encourage recycling, but when you got to skate all the way to the back, sometimes you don't want to have to go that far. So Arch Rival now 155, Rat City 72. Brick Tater now with 72 points of her very own.
Just under 14 minutes left in this game.
Luna Negra going to start looking on from the sin bin, and Swanson wearing the star upon bars for Arch.
Pack is starting to be defined.
Out of play declared, failure to rejoins handed out. Blocking out of plays as both Lacey Ramon and Energizer Bunny will head off to the penalty box just as Luna Negra leaves it.
Huge pack advantage now for Arch Rival.
4 on 2. But Luna Negra also out of the box, needs to stay that way for Rat City to try and gain any kind of momentum. Although Swanson has lead and will probably call it. And does. Chantilly Cream with the hip check there.
How did you know?
I got that ESPN. Wait, no, that's in the games later.
How will we know if she'll call it off? Yeah, if that song gets in your head, hashtag blame Phil.
Like to thank Siskiyou Mouth Guards. Siskiyou Mouth Guards, able to protect your teeth and your noggin.
Noggin. Game on.
Arch Rival running away with this. 12 minutes, 40 seconds left. 164-72. Harmony Killabrews out to jam. But Kayla out to jam again. Lead jammer for the former Missile America.
Yelling at her defense to cover her. She's going to take the inside attempt an apex jump.
Great work there, blocking her by Woodward. Woodward says, no, I do not think so. You shall not pass.
You shall not pass.
And I believe that's zip, zip, nothing, nothing, nada, nada, donut, donut, bagel, bagel.
Double zeros and donuts in your face.
Oh, wait, no, we're going to add 4 points anyway.
Ooh.
And we're going to get an official timeout.
Yeah, Kayla Gasca picking up 4.
So she did pick up 4 points.
Coming up right after this at track 1, we're going to have at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Denver taking on Bay Area. Brick Tater should know a little bit about Bay Area.
Should be, should be. Genevieve Moore out there. Rat City up against Cupquake.
Ooh. Cupquake just too quick on her skates. Back asking for a cut, but not on this watch.
Genevieve Moore, though, gonna get the cut. So Cupquake coming back in. Cupquake actually Points. Also wearing shorts. Hashtag no pants party. But
pants are overrated anyway.
So Genevieve Moore sitting in the penalty box as Cupquake picking up her first points of the evening. Afternoon, early morning, whatever time it is where you're watching, we'll go with that time. Just under 11 minutes left. And now a cutting the pack just as Genevieve Moore was leaving the penalty box. So it will be a full 30-second penalty as Genevieve Moore comes in, gets knocked to the inside. Oh, almost got caught there by Smarty McFly. Smarty! Smarty!
Nice. Genevieve Moore now through the pack, eligible to score. She's got 29 seconds to do it.
Just was passing the penalty box as Cupquake was standing up. So now Cupquake out of the box. Genevieve Moore making it through the pack, does pick up all 5 points. Cupquake with a nice spin gets through for 4 of her own, or 5 of her own, as she had been on a power jam when she started her scoring pass. And that one's going to come to an end. Another 2 points for arch rival. 175 to 82.
And 9 minutes, 40 seconds left in this game. Arch rival feeling comfortable with their lead, starting to perk up energetically. Rat City starting to get very frustrated.
We'd like to thank Ninkasi Brewing. Ninkasi Brewing making fine, fine beer. And I wish I had one now. Ninkasi.
Soon.
Very soon.
Hashtag
very
soon. Wow, Luna Negra coming up to the front of the pack very quickly, but knocked out of bounds.
By Woodward. Woodward also stepped out of bounds.
Yes. So no pass, no penalty. Luna Negra is your lead jammer for Rat City.
But Bricktator got out of the pack, was hoping she got it, tried to call it off. Fortunately, no call for that. And Luna Negra is going to come through, pick up 4, and shut the door behind her.
Very good for Luna Negra. Maybe she's feeling that momentum shift here now.
And again, as far as rankings go, you don't ever actually need to win. You just need to get within the point spread, which is the ultimate bookies game as far as I can tell.
Numbers,
math,
Ew.
hard. Unless there's money on the line, in which case I could probably figure out all of it. Or there's dice rolling and I get to hit stuff with swords. One or the other.
Speaking of dice, such a dicey blocking with Rat City right now. Kayla Gaska is your lead jammer for Rat City.
A high block called out there on Suki Dicey, and that's Swanson picking up lead, or not lead jammer, but out of the pack. And Yaska gonna come through, picking up 4. Looks over at Vito. Vito says, yeah, go ahead, call that off. Trying to get a little more time off Suki Dicey's penalty.
And that's the hard part when it comes to strategy. Do you want to run out the clock to get your player out, or do you want to close it down, start a new jam fresh, even one player down, despite your deficit in points? It's a little bit of a tough call, but we'll see. I think Rat City is starting to clean up their act a little bit, hopefully.
And at this point, 7:25 left on the clock. You've got to try and get some things set up. They play Helsinki later tonight, so try and take some positives, go into the next game for Genevieve Moore out there to jam out against Harmony Killabrews. Harmony Killabrews getting held up by Beck. Now Energizer Bunny with a nice hit. Great hit there by Woodward, but can't stop her as Genevieve Moore shoots through lead jammer.
Excellent job yet again.
Genevieve Moore shooting the gap on the inside. 5 more points, grand slam. Harmony Killabrews tries to hand off the helmet cover, but doesn't quite reach far enough. She's going to go ahead and make it through the pack as Suki Dicey heads back to the sin bin. Ask not who the bell tolls for, it tolls for thee.
Beck doing an amazing job of doing a lot of offensive blocking, opening up that door for Rat City, but still sitting 99 on the precipice for Rat City. Points on the board. It's 175 to Arch. We have 6 minutes left in this game.
And we're going to get a timeout taken by Arch rival.
Who's this timeout brought to us by, Phil?
This timeout actually brought to us Now, let me look through my paperwork here a little bit.
Hashtag Big O 2016 if you're on the Twitters.
Yep, there we go. This time out brought to you by the Big O Tech team. Kudos to everybody on the Big O Tech team. They've been making this magic happen. The camera people are volunteers that have been doing this. The pictures you've been looking at, all by volunteers. And it's thanks to Izzy, Jake, Grimes, Bernard, and Ryan. You guys have been doing an awesome job. So everybody responsible for putting this on, all of the announcers and broadcasters that have been involved, everybody working for cough drops, literally. So thanks everybody for coming down and making this happen. I appreciate it. I appreciate the work everybody's doing. So thanks to all involved.
Pack advantage, arch rival.
Yeah, it's Beck and Sushi Dicey sitting in the box. Sushi Dicey actually sitting on 6 penalties right now. Bricktator out there against Luna Negra. Bricktator just a little bit in front, lead jammer. Oh, and one will get you 4. As the penalty box, there was no room at the end. Beck just got out as the whistles blew.
Ouch. Arch rival sitting at 25 penalties total.
Lacey Ramon now also sitting at 6 penalties. And an official timeout being taken as Vito Ramon out there asking some questions of our head referee. And again, thanks to all the officials that can make it. There are over 130 officials here, both striped and in pink, the zebras and the flamingos. The hardest working people in Derby. It's not an easy job. So, albeit we argue with their calls, and but I have nothing but respect for anybody who's willing to do all of that. Well, all but a couple of them. No, I kid. It's nothing but love for all you good people that do that.
And this is a great tournament. If you've not been here, this is my first tournament of the season. Just enjoying the Big O, just amazing. Emerald City, thank you so much for hosting.
Yeah, the special shouts outs to 9 Inch Wheels and Eric Rock for being the head NSO and referee and organizing all of this and giving all the people positions that give them some challenge and gives the people a chance to work with people they haven't worked before. So you all do great work.
And speaking of penalties, just to know a difference in amount, Rat City sitting at 38 penalties total. Arch rival at 24. So quite a bit of a difference there.
Ouch.
And it shows in the score.
It really does. Also, so first period you saw Arch Rival ran away to begin with. Rat City came back within 10. Arch Rival got a little bit of distance. And the second period, pretty much all Arch Rival. They've come out, meant business. Whatever coaches said during the intermission, probably bottle that, write that down, put it on a cassette, sell it to people that have cassette players, all 4 of them. And maybe
hipsters.
Translate that onto DVD, CD or something, then put it on an MP3 and then distribute it to the world. But they've really been doing a good job this second period of really taking control of this game. But congratulations to Arch Rival on this game so far. I mean, anything can happen in 5 minutes and 15 seconds, but scoring 80 points probably isn't one of them. But never say never, right?
Right, you never know. Bricktator might just come out, or Swanson.
Gaska, though, is going to take, she's going to come out, and now a helmet cover pass given to Woodward. Gaska knocked to the inside. A skating out of bounds, though she got hit, but okay, we'll go with that. Skating out of, hitting from out of, all right.
It's interesting.
We'll go with the hitting from out of bounds now. Now the complete hand signal. Okay.
Interesting call, ref. We can maybe make that another hashtag, the Big O 2016 hashtag. Interesting call.
You can blame me for that one. We'll go with it. So, arch rival on the. Yeah, I don't know what.
That's her 6th penalty. One more, she's out.
Yep. So, Swanson out there. Not the lead jammer, but the only jammer on the track, picking up a grand slam. Oh, Woodward, excuse me.
I think it's Woodward.
It is Woodward because there was a helmet cover pass.
Yes.
So.
She's going to take all these ladies to camp.
Oh, she's been doing great.
Get it, Camp Woodward?
I see what you did there. Oh, great cut by Gasca. She comes back in. Woodward getting recycled all the way to the very back by Sukudaifi.
Oh my
huge
goodness.
Hit by Party
hit.
Foul.
Beautiful.
Party Foul putting on a checking clinic.
Kayla Gasca's like, no thanks.
I don't want any part of your clinic. I'm just going to keep going. 4 points for Gasca. This jam got him above the century mark. Arch rival, though, now at 184, and a 5-point pass by Gasca, taking them to 112. 184 for arch rival. Huge jam there.
You know, it's interesting to see that Rat City's not really using their timeouts.
We still have 2 remaining.
And only 2 minutes, 57 seconds left in the game. So I find that very interesting.
May just want this one to be over. Something I've noticed over the last few weeks, Wild West here and a few other things, people forget about the 30 seconds.
Yes.
So I won a few weeks ago. Team was really close. Waited till the end of the 30 seconds to call a timeout. Like, wow, you just cost. Clock management still not understood by certain coaches. In this one, they may just want it to be over, though. 188, 112. 2 minutes and some change left. Harmony Killebrews out there against Genevieve Moore.
Ooh. Let's see, we're going to have some discussion there. And
Chantilly Cream going to the penalty box.
Yes.
Lead jammer for Harmony Killebrews.
But both are still on their initial pass, so no points are being scored.
And Genevieve Moore does escape the pass. Lead jammer already taken. Killebrews is going to call that one off. Yeah, it appears Rat City would just like this one to end. No move to make a timeout call. 188, 112. I thank everybody for joining us here. Also like to thank the Eugene Weekly. Eugene Weekly, a proud sponsor of Emerald City Roller Derby. Luna Negra out there jamming, picks up lead out there against the Bricktator. Bricktator leading all jammers with 76 points. Also out of the pack.
It's nice to see that they're still going strong despite it being the last 50 seconds of the game.
Yeah, coming in, calling off 3, playing smart, Luna Negra. So did get her hips as far forward as possible, called off the jam. 188, 115 now.
Thank you again for tuning in for the Big O 2016 in beautiful Eugene, Oregon. Beautiful.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Genevieve Moore now out there against Swanson as time ticks down below 30 seconds. Genevieve Moore takes lead jam on the outside. Swanson out of the pack with a jump on the inside. Empty penalty box right now. Genevieve Moore knocked to the center. No points scored with a quick call off. We will not get another jam unless there's a timeout, and there's a timeout.
Arch rival?
Rat City.
Interesting.
Okay, sure.
Double zeros, double voodoo donuts on that last pass.
6 seconds left on the clock. This timeout brought to you by the WFTDA. This actually an approved WFTDA tournament. I'd like to thank And please join us as for the rest of the tournament as a lot of really big WFTDA matches coming up, all sanctioned by the Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Association.
And 2 of those games will be on ESPN3. We have Victorian versus Rose at 4 p.m. and Texas versus Angel City at 6.
These both times Pacific Daylight Time. And
DJ
again,
getting feisty with the music out here.
I would like to send a special shout out to DJ Agent Meow, in charge of all the DJs for the weekend. So to finish this off, we're going to have Luna Negra out there against Bricktator. Luna Negra so far 45 points, Bricktator 76. So it would take a miracle to have more than one jam. Not that there aren't a lot of wonder, miracle of miracles.
This is going to be the toughest jam of this game. I can feel it right now. Bricktator just trying to fight this Triforce of Evil.
Luna Negra trying to battle her way through the mired down defense of Arch Rival.
Arch Rival's going to lose. Cloak and Dragger.
Cloak and Dragger and lead jammer for Luna Negra. The Rat City fans, the Rat City faithful going nuts. Bricktator dry cycled between Hollybots and Luna Negra on the outside picking up 5 more points. They're going to let them know they came.
And Beck doing an amazing defensive job for Rat City right now. Opening up that inside line for Luna.
Bricktator did make it out of the pack, so Luna Negra going to call that off. Didn't pick up any more points, and that takes us to the end of the game. Arch Rival 188, Rat City 120, as everybody starts to line up for the free high fives.
Wow, that was a really good ending.
It's a good game, and again, I think Rat City didn't come out with the same enthusiasm that Arch Rival came in. They came in with the second period and just said, this game is ours. We need to take control, and did.
Yes.
Rat City did not take control the same way in the second half. They were playing behind and did not come back in the second half the same way.
Just couldn't bounce back from it. Those penalties just killed Rat City. Honestly, they got to work on that, and they'll be back.
Arch Rival said, this is our game, and then towards the first half, into the first half, they said, we're starting to lose our game. We need to take our game back, and they did.
They did.
The second half, they said, this is still our game. We're going to control our game. And at the end, 188 to 120, I think they did. But some big notables, 76 points for Bricktator and 59 for Harmony Killabrews. The biggest part of that, no penalties for either of those skaters.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that's just an amazing day for both of those. So, and so we also asked that you stick around for Megatron's show. He's got a little, gonna have some words with some peoples and stuff.
And then after that, we'll have Denver taking on Bay Area, so stick around. A lot of fun stuff for you to continue to watch. I've been Chloroform Cupcake here with Phil Dirt here at the Big O in Eugene, Oregon.
All right, so we'll talk to you later. Yep, later. Bye.